Loaded yet?
Okay,
Maintaining the machines.
That, and I really, really hope political, because if political is not on top of that, you're suggesting robot overlords, and I don't know if you ever heard of a roleplay system called Paranoia, but it tells you right there why you don't have robot overlords. Not just Skynet. In Paranoia, which is a roleplay system that exists. What?
Hey Toe, you should include your audio.
Unless we're talking about the people that own, because if you're talking about a capitalist society, even if everything is automated, those machines are still going to be owned by somebody that isn't the government. So what you have there is you still have it's beneficial to be a political leader because you get bribes for this company to be able to have its factories produce this and have advertisements that convince people, because people are dumb, that they want their robot factory to build this thing. Why do you need that thing? Because you need the thing. Buy the thing.
Wait, Toe, did you include your audio? Just asking. Okay.
I included my audio.
Right, because I'm looking at the thing and Toe is currently Stark is currently talking to nobody. So, I was like, what?
We should have just left. I should have just left it like that. It'd be so much more entertaining, and you'd be a little bit less likely to be banned.
Talking to myself.
Yeah,
no,
that'd be real fun to edit later. Heck yeah.
It's really not good. Void sent me the footage of the early siege of before I included my audio, and he's just literally sitting there looking at the siege start screen going, oh.
But we have no idea why.
Uh-huh.
I would appreciate your
Yeah, you know what even sucks worse? I didn't realize the first time that we ran Divinity, that very first stream, Dom joined the party and didn't include his audio, so there's an hour and a half of us talking to no one. And it sucks. It's just like, that's gone. I can't use that. I can't use any of that.
If we leave them with a little peace and quiet.
Oh, that's the first thing you need to say anytime anyone joins the party when you're streaming. Include your audio or leave the party. Them's the rules.
I'll go ahead and tell you this, since you probably wouldn't know this yet, unless Void has mentioned it. So, he and I started Warmind, and I was dealing no damage.
Oh yeah, that's... Oh. We can't... Yeah, no, this is after you left. We started Warmind, they're like, it won't be that bad, and he was like, I can't deal damage. I'm like, oh yeah, we should go level you up. And we tried to do doubles, because that was a thing, and then, yeah, that didn't work out, so...
Yeah, I imagine. Doubles is just where the sweaties live.
It made me sad.
Yeah. Hey, you know something? Maybe it's because I was tired and not excited. But I noticed in the Rainbow Six stream that my voice is deeper than yours, and I didn't know that.
It is. It is, yeah. No, we discussed. We had this discussion when I moved to Xbox from PS3, because you said that your voice sounded deeper. Or no, my voice didn't sound as deep on Xbox as it did on PS3.
Because your voice sounds as deep as it actually... you know what's something I can actually legitimately confirm, having seen you in person? Your voice sounds almost exactly the same online as it does in person.
Yeah, that's nice, I think. I don't know if I should be happy about that, but hey, yay.
I gotta admit, it's much better when I have, like, facial expressions to, you know, associate it with, because you're like, eee, and sounds like that have really nice, have really funny facial expressions associated with them.
It'd be really funny if you could see all the hand gestures that I do in conversations.
Oh yeah, no, I noticed that too. You're way more physically expressive, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm way more like Toki, if I could tell you. I'm freaking all over the place. Looks like I'm having a seizure on campus or something.
Hello, cat. Oh man, if you don't own a cat, if you get spooked easily, just sitting here and suddenly my cat walks up and sniffs like the side of my neck with absolutely no previous warning.
My mom spooked so easily that it was a struggle for her just to have a dog.
Bring it to that portal.
Okay, your mom spooks so like I've been at your house. Your mom spooks so easily that your dad has to walk down the hallway saying husband alert. Like,
This is true.
Husband. I'm way ahead of you guys. Like you should catch up with him, I think.
you
Oh,
assume
yeah.
I'm caring about the objective.
I've just been killing.
Yeah, I mean,
Shadows grow darker in the present.
I mean, if you actually want people to watch
back,
this, part of it
Guardian.
is going to be gameplay. I mean, you could just
No, we probably
advertise
should
this
do
as
it.
socio-political commentary.
I mean,
on
I'm not,
everything.
because that's not what it's gonna be like 100% of the time. Because then I
No,
would
it's
actually
just
kill
gonna be us
myself.
dicking around. It's gonna be me saying shit like, "You got gooed." That's what I did a lot of.
You got good. That was so good. I love it. I like watching that back. I didn't realize you had said it that much.
Yeah,
You're like, I have the goo. I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
He stepped in my goo. But we talk a little bit about like the way that they work, like they don't stick on walls and shit, and how much damage they do, or rather that I don't know how much damage they do.
I
But,
can't
yeah.
wait. I can't wait to edit the rest of that when we did the like 4 hostage rescuers in a row and bomb plants where we would just die 5 seconds into the match.
I'm gonna be honest. If I'd known you guys were gonna play
Siege.
Siege, like actual PvE Siege, I totally would have downloaded and joined you.
Oh, I mean, we still
I mean, you
have it
still can. We'll
downloaded.
probably do it again.
Yeah, it's fun to run through Harris.
That was just like a last minute thing. Like I had mentioned to Stark sometime last week, like, hey, we should try Terrorist Hunt. He was like, yeah, and then we both happened to download it. And then Sunday,
Well-
after I lost him some score in competitive, we were like, hey, you want to do Siege?
When I
After
saw
you
you
accidentally
guys,
fucked me over.
when I saw you guys streaming it, I did actually start the download on it, so I do have it.
Huh.
I probably would
Oh.
have joined you if it had finished in a reasonable time.
Do you still have it installed? Hey, we can
Yeah.
do that later. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, I'm probably
That's
only
a
going to be
whole
on
Others on the other side
for
of that
maybe,
veil has
I
to
guess,
know you're
I don't know,
trying
I don't
to
have to
seal
work
it
till
in.
later tomorrow, so I can probably manage 2 hours as long as no one goes to bed.
You assume I'm going to bed.
No, I mean as long as
Yeah,
no one at
speaking
my
of
house
which, when
goes to
Polar
bed.
gets on,
Oh,
how long
oh.
are you going to be on for Void?
That's a good question. I actually probably won't be on like late. I might go to like 12 or something. Cause like I have things I want to do tomorrow. I got like all that yard work that I didn't do today. But I mean, I wasn't going to do it today. Today was mostly just like figure out that editing program. But I do have all the yard work I gotta do tomorrow. And we're still doing Borderlands at 6, right? With Dom and
On
other
Saturday?
guy, I can't remember his name. On Saturday, tomorrow.
Hey, I
yeah.
don't think Dom knows that, so mention it to him.
He's the one that freaking planned it.
Okay. I'm gonna
He better know it.
ask
I mean,
him when we
I'll
finish this
message him.
mission.
I mean, I'll just message him right now. I'm not doing it.
Are we fucking recording this too? Are you gonna edit this out?
What?
Are you gonna leave it in there? Us talking about
I mean, he's
future
live
plans.
streaming, so
Oh, well, I mean,
I don't
yeah.
freaking care.
He's gonna post it to his YouTube later, though.
there.
I mean,
Hello,
maybe.
Captain. Die. Ah. Ow. 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 Regret.
Out of all the live streams I've done and posted to my YouTube channel, I've never edited any of them. I probably should. The
Well,
only
yeah,
video
so
I've
that's-
ever edited was one from one of my cousins.
If you want to get like literally any views as a YouTuber, you'd have to edit your videos and add like sound effects and shit like that. And
I mean, not necessarily.
I've seen a lot of people put captions. Like a lot of YouTubers that play games like put captions with different names because I mean, not that big of a deal if it's just Void and I playing because we've got very different voices.
That
But
was a
you
very
know,
different voice from us as well. Like,
Yeah,
if there was
but I
all
mean-
6 of us in like a raid or something, I'd probably have to put captions.
I mean, I think the only live streams I have done, certainly the only ones that I've uploaded to YouTube, were just either myself and Void or myself and my cousin, who is female, so her voice is quite different from mine.
Yeah, he'd usually do like 1 or 2 person streams.
there's a Cade stash in here. The fuck?
Those are still a thing? What?
The screaming thing from
Yeah,
the
I'm
abyss
getting
is
the.
dead.
Cade's dead!
That creature was the servant.
He
of
is,
some
but I'm
higher
getting the
power.
notification in the bottom left-hand
I hear
corner of my
something
screen,
has claimed
Cade
North's
stash
crown.
nearby.
Alright.
Hold on.
Yes, let's move on. Your intuitions were correct,
even use my
mine were
super.
not, and the Guardian's prowess in
It's
battle
up
was
there somewhere.
adequate.
Remember that? This one's a bitch to get to.
Well, it's gonna back us out of the thing, isn't it?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's an
Oh, no,
adventure.
we're an
At least
adventure,
it's just
right.
an
It's not
adventure, not
it's
a
an
mission.
adventure, not a quest. Yup. Wait. Is this
Adventure,
the
not a
one?
quest. Yes.
The thing we're looking for is up there. I'm pretty sure. I just don't remember how to get up there.
Hold on, I think we have to go like around. Isn't there like a round way to get all the way back up there?
I think.
Also, back to the editing thing. I'm not doing like heavy editing. Like I think I added a fade in, a fade out, and I cut out some of like the parts where we were just sitting there doing
Not this
nothing,
way.
saying nothing.
Oh, yeah. Not this way, though. You should do some editing, though. I mean, isn't it what you want to do anyway? Is you want to like audio editing?
No, I
and
plan.
stuff like
I
that?
plan to. I plan to. It's just like for that
Good
specifically,
practice.
it's like there's just not really much I could edit except for the train thing. I want to add a train sound effect. The one terrorist. I want to do that because that's freaking funny.
No, are you gonna add the train sound effect, or are you gonna add the Thomas the Tank Engine theme?
I just thought like I might just do the Thomas the Tank Engine theme instead because it's pretty funny. And then when he kills you, just have like the
No. Yeah.
Yeah, like I watched a little of your Siege stream. The only part I really saw of any interest was when Starks left his controller and a suicide guy popped up at that
That's what
exact
he's talking
Yeah,
moment.
that's what I'm
about.
talking about.
Okay.
That was the very first round that we did.
And I fucking walk out and just take the bombs, or take the suicider's bullet straight to the chest and go down immediately. Yeah, that guy.
Because Stark is like, I'm gonna be right back, I have something to do. And then immediately the suicider is like, my time has come, and freaking charges down the hallway at me.
Okay, this is the right room. It's over there.
Oh, we have to like climb the crane and garbage?
No, you just gotta stand up on
do
that
you
one
see it?
pedestal. Yeah, it's right here. It's literally right here.
There's nothing on my screen.
Oh, do you know? Is it not here for
Same.
you guys?
Do you just have
Weird.
a bounty for a Cade stash, maybe? Like, still?
Maybe. Note from Cade.
Yeah?
I guess I
what
did.
you have. Oh! Can people just not get those anymore once they've completed Forsaken? The notes from Cade?
No, I really wanted to be able
Oh,
to get
that
them
sucks.
because there's an emblem that is the spade, and it's got Cade's face across the banner, and you just can't get it anymore because it drops from those chests.
Man, that sucks. That's,
Yeah.
that really sucks. If
But I
you
made
start
my-
a new character and don't
Nope.
complete Forsaken. No?
Nope.
Still no?
I tried that with
Oh.
Matt. When he doesn't show up in the tower anymore, and when he's at the farm, he won't talk to you. Like you can talk to him, but he doesn't have anything.
He just won't talk to you. He's like, I'm busy right now, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the second you finish the main campaign and end up in the tower, he's not there anymore. You have the tower with the memorial to him with the gun in front of Zavala and his cape up on the wall behind Amanda.
I don't
That's
know
just
where
how
I'm
the tower
going, by
works
the
now.
way, so...
Yeah, neither do I.
Other
Like, I'm just
locations.
running around in circles at this point, so...
Here, let me mark.
Actually, we
another-
could just teleport. Where's another place that we can go to?
I've
Oh,
got
wait, never mind. So yeah, the memorial and stuff doesn't pop up until after you finish the Forsaken campaign. But Cade isn't in the tower. I love when you get that with just the fucking bass drop. It's really good.
Oh, so Void. I was telling you yesterday about the Rooster Teeth microwave heist.
What?
And I told you that Achievement Hunter stole something from one of the offices in the live action department, but they didn't say what. Yeah, it turns out what they stole was the entire contents of the office.
Oh,
The desk, the
Okay,
computer, the
that's
desk
pretty
chair,
funny.
all the things hanging on the walls, all the equipment.
That's pretty funny, actually.
should we be talking
Props
about
to
this
them.
on stream?
No, I mean, it's a video. Like, they've documented the entire thing and put it on YouTube, so I mean, it's not like it's unknown. Also, it's within the
Yeah.
company. Like, it's not like they legitimately stole it from another company. They just took it like across the parking
Yeah,
lot
like
to
all they
another
did
building.
was take the stuff from this guy's office and put it in the storage room near their office, and then helped him take the stuff back to his office when they were done. Like when he found out about it.
I'm on fire.
Well, don't.
I'm on fire.
You're right. Who needs stop, drop, and roll? When you get on fire, just look at yourself and go, just stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Alright, what are we doing next? There's another adventure we gotta do? Toa, what are we doing?
Yeah, I just started it.
Cliffhanger.
Vex energy readings are off the charts. Go find out what's happening and be quick about it.
Vex energy readings are off the charts.
Fuck Ashermere.
In other news, I realized I become a double virgin somehow.
A double version.
It's like that. It's like that meme you had me send you the other day.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay, I'm out of the loop now.
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
It's a weeb thing.
It's not. It's.
You wouldn't understand.
It could not be
Listen,
less
Toa,
related to
It's
anime
coming
if it tried.
from you. I definitely believe it's a weeb
I'm
thing.
dead.
He's not that far off either. You speak to the king of the weebs.
I mean, I don't deny that, but again, what I'm talking about could not be any less anime related.
Lord Weebiton, king of the weebs. Yeah.
Hold on, let me make sure. We're probably talking about two different things. Actually, look this up real quick. I'm gonna go away and just freaking dance. It doesn't take me to orbit because I stood still for longer than 30
Asher,
seconds.
we found Vex protecting some kind of construct. It's
Dead to
pumping
me.
energy into the ground.
Was it a pin or was it an actual like?
No, it was a picture I had saved to my phone that I showed you in person when we were on campus, and you told me to text it to you.
I don't.
So are you going to
have
college too?
It. Yeah, he goes to the
Yes.
same college I do.
I didn't know.
I have been doing so
He's-
since
like-
before Void started.
We've talked about this.
I probably just forgot. That's likely.
Okay.
I don't have the best memory, you know this. It's weird because I remember some things super vividly and other really simplistic things I should have remembered, I just don't.
Like if it was left or right, yeah.
That was a coin flip. We're not talking about that. Oh, this guy's just invincible. What's going on here?
Oh right,
Yeah.
don't we have like to destroy him with the suicide guys? Like that takes his shield down or something?
Dude,
Or I
I'm
think
pretty
it's-
sure
I think it's
that's
something
like
else.
a lot of other things. Could be this. Well, Bungie uses that
Listen.
mechanic a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's not in here.
You gotta destroy them with their own suiciders.
Every like Court of Orcs style thing in like every DLC has had a boss like that. So the Well has a boss like that. Escalation Protocol has a boss like that. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what you're talking
Archon's
about.
Forge
It's
had a
an
boss
idea every
like
time
that.
they use it. They can in
Asher,
fact do no
we found
wrong.
a construct injecting something into the ground, but a
Bungo.
Vex mine showed up and took it.
Bungo. Ares off his bungo.
Yep.
Okay,
just
Void.
swoop, took it. We're
You
back
can't tell
now.
me you don't want to do a British accent.
I can't do a British accent.
Do it.
Man,
Do a
I
bad one.
used to be able to do impressions pretty well. Remember that? Remember the days of
Yeah,
Drunk
remember the
Dragon?
Wesnoff days?
Yeah. I can't even do Drunk
Yeah.
Dragon anymore. Man, one day I'll
I
figure that out
hypothesize
and
that
voice
the
back
Vex are
out and do it
preparing to
again.
fully machinoform this
You've gotten
moon.
too old, Stark.
Machinoform? Oh no. Yeah, man, that joke's like 4 years old, isn't it?
Laugh it off.
It's 4 years
It's
old.
a simple plan to transform every planet into
Goddamn.
a cog in a vast, inscrutable machine. They merely wish to convert every particle of matter.
I mean, I'm
on
pretty
this
sure I can
living
still do
or
the
dead
laughing
into
lizard
a
voice just because that
radiolarian
destroys my
solid.
vocal cords, and as long as I can still do that, then
Oh, have you ever heard the
You
Laughing
know.
Lizard voice? I don't remember if
I'm
you've
not
ever
gonna do
shown
it. Not right now, please.
The Cocaine Lizard.
I have to speak to people this weekend. Like,
Do you? Just us.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, like the only people you'll have to speak to are the two people who know why you can't speak,
Asher,
and a
we
person who
followed
you
the
don't
mine
want to
some
speak
kind
to
of
anyway.
sink plate.
How
Who's
curious.
the person I don't want
See if
to...
you can establish a
Julian's
connection
not
with the
playing
Vex
Borderlands
Collective.
with us, Toa.
I've designed a virus. which
I was
will
actually trying to make a joke at Dom's expense, but that works too.
Oh, right,
Wood
right,
likes
right.
Dom,
No.
for the most part.
Hope you know what you're doing.
He complains an awful lot about him for someone he
I
supposedly
do complain an
likes.
awful lot about Dom. Dom's alright.
Okay,
That's
I've got a
alright.
question here, Toa. How often does Void complain about me? I gotta know.
It's actually not that much.
Yeah, I imagine
Yeah.
that's not
Times.
terribly often.
It's not too much.
Over
It's
here,
normally
Dom.
just when, like...
It's over there.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
I see.
most of my complaints are when I send you a text like, hey, are you on? Like, hey, will you be on tonight? And you're like, I'm on right now. And then I'm like, And then I just go into Toa and go like, you know, it does me no good to know that he's on right now. What if he's off in 2 hours? Like, you know, that
Most
whole
of your
conversation.
Okay, you
complaints
say,
are, well,
you,
no,
will
yeah,
you be
that-
on tonight, but you usually don't give me a time, so I'm just like, when is tonight? I'm on currently. That's mostly why
I know,
do
but
that.
just telling me like I'm on right now, it's like great. It's 2 in the afternoon and I'm at work, but I'm glad that you're on right now. It's
You
like,
get off
I'm
work
dead,
at
by
like
the way.
5, right? I know that you're usually
like
on to like
5-ish.
6, 7.
yeah. So like tonight is usually sometime past 6 if it's a weekday.
Gratuitous overuse!
What? Oh. Just like.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
I'm like,
Void,
what the
tonight
heck
is
are you- and I
sometime
really
past
disappointed.
6. For me, tonight is anywhere from 4 to midnight. Because who knows when I get done with work.
Dude, for me, tonight is anywhere between like 3 in the afternoon to 4 in the morning. You gotta be specific.
If I get off as early as 3, then there has been a shockingly small amount of work to do that day.
Well, I don't have a job, so.
That's fair.
Ooh, got him.
The thing is, technically, I am supposed to be done by 2:30 or 3 most days. It just
I am
doesn't happen.
unemployed. I'm also bad at networking, so that's why I'm unemployed.
See, I'm also bad at
bad at
networking.
networking,
It just
so-
so happens that my uncle owns a company.
That right there is networking.
I guess.
That's familial networking though. That's different from like actual networking. Like you already
Yeah,
have some
that's-
basis with. You already have some basis with familial networking. If like from scratch networking,
Yeah, like while it is totally possible, it's a lot harder to not know your uncle than it is to not know a complete stranger.
I'm gonna be
excuse me,
honest
I'd like
with
to have
you,
a
if I
word with you.
actually- If I lived in Georgia, I could probably get a job pretty easily because I have family that that are high up in companies in a lot of places in Georgia.
You could take my job, in fact. Hey, you want it?
I don't want your job.
And I don't think Void wants his job. I don't think any sensible
Oh,
person
never
wants
Hey,
his
why do you think I'm
job.
I
offering it
want
to him?
Void's job. I just don't want Void's job, if you know what I mean.
He wants my job at not my job. That's
You don't
what
want
he
to work
wants.
with guys that stand behind forklifts all day?
No, see, I do. I want to work
Get
in a
triggered.
shop-like situation, but I do not want to work in a world of OSHA violations.
That's fair. Also,
Oh,
Void, in all
Toa.
seriousness,
Did I-
the whole standing behind forklifts thing is pretty much the only thing I have gotten from all the stories I hear about your work.
Did I tell you last week we got hit from OSHA?
According to the
Really?
Void told me
They
that.
actually let them
Yeah.
pestilent defense.
I don't think they let
I mean,
them in. I think
yeah,
nobody
they don't really
realized I
got
was
much
an
choice
OSHA
in the
person
matter.
when they walked in.
If you tell
mean,
an
either
OSHA person
way.
they can't come in, I'm pretty sure that's a federal offense. But
Yeah, hey, somehow they haven't walked the shop floor in 15 years. That's all I'm saying.
damn. How have
Yeah,
they not
I don't know
gotten
who
robbed?
they're jerking off. I don't know who they're jerking off to get that situation like sorted, but it's
Yes,
a
yes.
miracle.
Now return to solid ground before the Vex reconfigure their thought protocols. Those platforms are about to
It might just be
disappear.
that OSHA in Georgia is bad. At least that far from
No, I
Atlanta.
think it's just that like his dad has
I've
connections
just
in the
lost
city
access
government.
to
That's
the
probably it.
collective. Nonetheless, I did manage to release the virus. I imagine the Vex will find this development.
But anyways, yeah, not going into legal terms because this is also being recorded.
That doesn't
Um,
sound ominous.
Indeed.
It's,
We shall allow this experiment to unfold.
yeah, they came in
its
like
own time.
a week. I wasn't there because I think it was like a class day or something. I had the day off for some reason. But yeah, somebody came in and just like looked around and was like, "This is all wrong," and just wrote them like a laundry list of things that they're doing wrong, and just posted it at the front of the building. Holy cow! I walked in the next day and I went to clock in, and I looked at the big list. I was like, "Huh, cool."
And you're like, huh, maybe it'll actually be safe to work here sometime soon.
Oh, it's not. It never will be.
I said soon, not now.
You know, if OSHA
Never.
comes back and they don't fix that, they can condemn the building, right?
What does it matter? He's building a new one in Peachtree City, like 10 miles away. Yep. They can condemn this building, but I mean, he's already half moved out of it anyways, so who cares at that point? I'm sure he doesn't.
Maybe that's why the OSHA people came by, is because he stopped paying the people off.
And it's probably because mom and dad went on a 10-day vacation without telling him. Oh, hey, the portals are up. Cool. Bye.
You say bye like I'm not 10 feet behind you.
I said bye because bye.
Bye.
Boo.
Oh, come on!
How does it feel, Stark, to be in second place? Oh man, ripped
What's
this
going
Minotaur.
on?
Holy cow. He just got freaking wrecked. Just walked in, he got gunned down and punched in the stomach like 8
He got
times.
yeeted. Yod on him. Yeeted on him. Yeah, you just got yoded on him.
Just yoded on him. Man, you just yeet on them? Yeah, man, I just
Oh,
yoded on him.
damn!
Assistant, I have a task for you. I fear your fleshy body is insufficiently
Joe has no idea what's
resilient
going
to my
on right
purposes.
now.
Did you just say?
I am actually just choosing to ignore what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's probably more like too.
Damn, son.
did I ever
You
show you
yeeted on him?
decoders?
Yeah, I yoded on him.
Good talk. Where are we supposed to be
Come here, I
going?
want to stab you. I got you.
I would imagine that's exactly why whoever it is hasn't gone to you.
Now that you have use of this device,
No, he let
you
me
recall
stab him.
the Warmind Vault.
Oh.
The Vex are keenly
Got a good
interested
relationship.
in its secrets. That ends now.
Oh.
What ends now?
Okay, 2 questions. Stark,
Yes?
are you still walking? Are you still watching
Take
JoJo?
your time. I actually was watching JoJo like 2 days ago.
Alright, stop right there. Toa, are you still watching JoJo?
Not with
I
any
mean, we're at 1 point.
consistency.
Okay, cool.
Why?
No, I was just curious.
I don't own a Crunchyroll account, so when I run out of what's on Netflix, I'm gonna be like boned. But
Just pirate it. That's what everyone else does.
I guess. Not very good at this. I did finally
mean-
find a way to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender yesterday. So I've been watching
What did
that.
you- What do you think of it?
Avatar? I mean, okay, listen, you do not understand my connection with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know I sound like a white mom, but... but...
Alright, Karen.
But...
What kind of information? did
I
you
watched
take
Avatar: The
Avatar
Last
Manager?
Airbender, like, as a family, with my, at the time, brother, my mom, and my dad, while my dad was, still around, because it was, like, one of the few shows I watched he actually liked. So, the night it came out, the entirety of the family sat in the living room and watched the finale of Avatar. But, they took it off Netflix a while ago, so I haven't had any
They
means
did,
of
that
going
sucks.
back and watching it again for, like, years. I'm gonna point out here that my dad passed away when I was 11, like 8 years ago, and I haven't seen it since then. So that's a thing. But I found a way to watch it recently, and I've been rewatching it. And, man, I gotta be honest with you. Normally, when you watch horror cartoons, you look at the animation style and go,
Yeah, that show holds up.
It holds up really well. I mean, holy
Like,
cow.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not watch it when it was airing. Not even a single episode. I did not see even a single episode of that show until I was already 20-something. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that show in its entirety.
Missed it entirely?
Yeah.
it was such a good show.
Oh, how? But I will
Can you
admit,
even
before
text
it, before it,
Oh, look, people have been
before it
texting
came
me.
to Netflix, before it came to Netflix, I'd only seen like the first 2 seasons because then we lost our cable subscription at that point, so I couldn't finish it. But like it was.
There's only 4
amazing
seasons,
show.
Cover
so.
some of it.
Yeah, I
Instead of
know. But I
destroying
was saying I watched like the
thought
first
it was
2
only
and then
3.
we stopped cable.
Yes.
No, there's one for each one of the elements.
Well,
Oh yeah, that's
fine.
yeah.
Do as you see
Okay.
fit.
Right, yeah.
And they're like lined up as you learn from too.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, maybe there are only 3. Because I don't know that there's an air.
No, because he already knows air.
Yeah, there's not
He
one
already
for
knows
air. Yeah,
There's only 3
I guess
seasons.
there's our. It's water, earth, fire in that order.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
And now
as
Korra,
someone
that's
who
probably
did not
closest.
see it until I was 20, it was an
Yeah, but
excellent
Korra
show.
was not a good show. Like, it wasn't a bad show, but like, it was not anywhere near as good as Last Airbender. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's very much the case.
What? What do you
Part
mean
of it
wasn't good?
Part of it because a big part of what made Avatar: The Last Airbender good was them telling stories and lessons through old-style Oriental culture. And that was a big part of what made it good, is there's a lot of, like, hard tradition going on in there. And then the very beginning of Legend of Korra is like, what if we took all of that, threw it all out, and started in basically Avatar's Industrial Revolution? Does that sound good?
See, I feel what made The Last Airbender good was the fact that they wrote a story with an idea of where they wanted it to go from the beginning, and took it there instead of trying to continue it long term.
I guess.
But dozens of
but
seasons.
I
Good arc.
personally...
They covered it from both like the protagonist arc and the antagonist arc, and then took the
Yeah.
antagonists and made them into protagonists.
And not
Yeah.
just that, every side character in the book
How
or in
the heck
the
do
show
I have
has an arc. Every one of them.
Yeah.
Even fucking King Boomy gets an arc. Like,
I don't see
everyone
anything
gets
of
an arc.
interest
You
in
get
our
an arc.
kill
You
data
get
so
an
far.
arc. Everybody gets an arc.
sure
It
these
was
are
done
the right
really
decks?
well.
What do you mean?
Did
The
you
right
know Oprah
vex?
Winfrey was on the writing team?
You know,
Like, there's a few of them that don't
these
get
the
an
robots
arc.
we're
Like
looking
General
for?
Iroh doesn't really
Vex would
get
not trust
an arc.
goblins and
You know,
hydras
he
with
just
such
you get to
valuable
know
data.
him better as
You
it
need
goes
to
on.
find the next
He gets a
prime
little bit of an
The
arc.
entire
when you learn
show
about
is
his
his
son.
arc.
The entire show is pretty much his arc. I mean, like, it's not.
all right.
But it's not like
Mine
he
coming up.
learns as a person. It's like you figure him out.
How
piece
much
by
does he
piece.
have left to learn?
How much does he have
Yeah.
to learn? He's
Yeah, I
like
guess
80.
he's old man.
Like,
Old
what do you
man
want him to
Iroh.
learn at
Like,
this
he's
point?
the one teaching everyone all the things.
Yeah, he's like the catalyst for everyone else to learn. Like, he doesn't have to learn anymore. He's done. He's checked out.
Yeah, he learned when he lost his son. I do like that. I didn't realize that they don't touch on that until like the second season. That the reason why Iroh looks after Zuko so much is because he lost his own son in the war, and that's why, while he's supportive of Zuko, he doesn't really touch anyone that's not him. Like, if he gets imprisoned, he does what he can to escape, but he doesn't fight anyone else because he doesn't believe in war. And they don't really touch on why he does that until like the second or third season.
Files about Mars.
And it's neat, you know? It's cool that you get to see why he's the guy that he is,
course,
because
lots of data on
every
the
time
Warmind
he gets
project.
he gets introduced as this big
have to take
dude.
a look.
You know, he gets
I hope it's
introduced
useful.
as famous
Hope
General
is a logical
Iroh, war
fallacy.
hero, Dragon of
Only
the
data
West.
leads to
You know,
concrete
the
solutions.
Fire Lord's brother, one of the most ferocious firebenders in all of the Fire Nation. Right? It gets mentioned by some of Earthbenders in like the 6th episode that he spends 600 days sieging Ba Sing Se. And yet all that we know about Iroh is that every time Zuko is like, let's do a thing, Iroh was like, but we should be careful about this, Zuko. Where's my tea? Let's play Mahjong. Sit in this hot spring with me. And they just never address why he's not the Dragon of the West anymore until like the 2nd season.
But that's handled well, though. Because then you have, like,
Yeah,
a
it's
mystery
handled well.
around him, and then,
It's
you know,
handled
and then
well.
when it's revealed, you're like, oh, well, that actually kind of makes sense. Yeah. That's some good justification.
Hey, Asher, are you picking up anything strange on
Also,
Channel
the
J
episode
where
I've
where they
honestly
talk
been thinking about
his
rewatching it.
brother.
kind of like music.
Yeah, the
wanna add
episode
that
where
to
they
the
talk
list?
about his
Jay,
son.
No,
If you want to know where I
hear
watch
nothing
it,
of consequence on any of my scanners.
maybe I shouldn't say this over the
Including
air.
this
It's
one.
probably not a good idea.
I bet
Void and I have
back
talked
to
about all the
Uh.
stuff we pirate on live streams before.
Okay. The site that I go to that doesn't seem to like it's got ads, but they're not bad, and the stuff has got a pretty good setup, and it doesn't look like it's virusing my computer at all. Is
Could just
pixa.club,
bleep it.
Pixa
Yeah.
.club.
Also,
and I've been
Void,
watching
I
it
would
on that.
100% suggest adding it to the list, but it's 3 seasons, and I would imagine they're all probably long enough for an entire.
It's 24 episodes each season.
Yeah.
Is it that long?
That'd
God, I'm
be
only
3 long
halfway through the
days.
3
first
weeks.
season.
I mean, I'm fine with that if you are. Like, just because doing
What are you
other
guys
things.
talking about? Are you talking
Don't
Void
about?
and I
worry
get
about
together
it.
and binge anime.
That's not surprising.
Initially, it was just a few movies, and then we just started doing short, like TV shows that were short
Hey,
enough to
add
watch in a
Berserk
day as
Golden
well.
Days to your list because it's pretty good, and I want somebody to talk to about it.
Originally, it was just a few movies until Toa realized this is the only way he can get me to actually watch anything that he watches.
Just by watching it with him.
Is by sitting down and making me watch it with him.
But I really wish you didn't live like 8 hours away.
Hey, that'd be amazing, you know, but Florida sucks, so, and it's expensive.
I don't blame you there, but Georgia sucks too, so.
It does, but it's not as expensive.
Or is it scanning them?
I trade in the cost of living for racism. That's what I get here for being here in Georgia.
I think I'd rather the cost of living personally.
Doesn't cost as much, but man, there's some pockets.
Some kind of quotation.
There's some pretty deep
Real
pockets.
things in the darkness seem no realer than dreams. Asher, can you run an archive query?
Oh, look
for
at
us?
Region Chest.
Asher,
Man, if only these mattered
channels
ever.
down. I'll run the query myself.
But anyway, yeah,
channel is
Avatar.
So, it
Avatar
turns out
was
both
is
the
a really
music
good show,
and the
and
quotation
another thing that I like about it
predate
is
the
that each
traveler's
individual
arrival in this solar
episode,
system.
other than where the
Ooh.
characters are along their arc,
Maybe we activate
and this
some
doesn't
kind of
even matter as far as the
high-tech
first
time
season's
capsule.
considered for the most part, having gone back and watching a lot of it already. But each individual episode is isolated and has its own like message to tell, which makes it a good children's show and
Yeah.
well written so that you can watch each individual episode and you can glean something from it. Not just a lesson that you personally learn, but for the overall arc, a lesson that each one of the characters learns throughout. And they reference those later, and you can see how that affects the way that they interact with each other. Like, you get the episode really early on where Katara struggles with the fact that Aang's the fucking Avatar and can learn everything faster than she does. And he's just learning waterbending like it's a fucking joke, and she's like, man, I've been struggling for years with this shit. They go over that later, and in later episodes, when it comes to all bending and stuff like that, anytime Aang learns something new, he shows it to Katara, and vice versa, and they work together. It's not about who learns faster, it's about them learning at the same pace, whatever pace they need. And that's good. It's well done that way. And then you get the arc way later on in like the second or third season. I think it's the third season where they're all in the Fire Nation. How have you guys have seen it in completion, right? And I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's been a while. It's just
In the third season, where they come across the Fire Nation teacher, who's a master of the sword, and he teaches Sokka how to use the sword. And
There's another
and
old quotation encoded
it's
here.
definitely like that was my cat. I was staring at my
Oh, I
cat.
know. It's just like, when you teach
In
them
all
the sword,
honesty,
and
like
then
The whole sword episode is one of my favorites just because this dude is
Oh,
so
shit.
good with a sword that the firebenders are unwilling to mess with
Fuck
him.
with him.
Like, he's
Yeah.
decided to retire from the army, and no one can do anything about it.
No,
Even the people who can
something.
control
This has
flames.
to be an AI, right?
And he can do
Yeah.
nothing but swing a sword really well.
I mean, they give a lot of evidences where they explain that bending may be really powerful, but it's explained as more of just like a martial art, and other martial arts can defeat it. And that was a big part of the
Yeah,
episode. You
that's
see that a lot
fair.
in the episode with Sokka getting taught with the sword, is that he kicks a lot of firebender ass because he's good with the sword. You see that in the earlier episodes
Getting
too.
kicked off of my sparrow for no reason.
Hold on, I'll be back in a minute, guys.
How dare you?
there he goes. He's gone. He's gone forever now. Watch out! The freaking bomb terrorist is gonna rip around the corner and kill both of us. I bet. If it's anything to go by last time.
Yeah.
Here's the music. I think. Oh, it's
They're asleep.
Have you got any good gear from this, by the way?
Them.
This hasn't been completely pointless.
I mean, I have increased my light level, but all the gear I've gotten has been blue.
This one says
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's fine, but
Once
it
more
has
has
been more
been
powerful than what
undertaken.
you've had previously,
no
right?
peace is
Light-wise
won
or
by
damage-wise or
pretending
whatever.
there is no
Okay.
war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as like
I mean,
you're
I
getting
think I've
some
only
kind of
gone
a
up by
benefit from
about
this,
20,
then-
but I have gone
I'm
up.
not sure I like the new guy.
I mean, better than nothing. Let's see, what are
Yeah.
you right now?
277.
277. Okay, yeah, you started at like what 260 or something, 250.
I'm back.
Gather your fire team.
Why the fuck did it tell me to go this way? It's like, go into this cave.
'Cause it hates you.
Like, why? But yeah, and another thing, like another example of them showing that martial arts are just as good as bending in a lot of places is that the Kyoshi warriors kick ass, and none of them are benders.
Yeah.
None of
That's
them.
fair.
They're just women that are just really good at kicking ass. And they also address sexism at the same time in that episode, and it was pretty good.
This is pretty solid. I mean, this is a solid show all the way around.
Yeah. There's some weird things where it's like, okay, spiritualism. Like, anytime you burn a forest, the giant panda bear spirit of the forest will come out and just start abducting people and burning houses. Like, if that shit's true, how is the Fire Nation still standing? They must have upset, like, every forest spirit in existence.
Just giant Godzilla-sized panda comes for their children.
Like, really. Also, shit like the Ungami exist. And, people are still alive. You know, the giant, several hundred feet long water snake that just lives right off the fucking shore of Kyoshi Island. Like, how do people travel in boats? How do people get there?
Must be expecting us. Is anyone
Well, not
here?
everyone's a protagonist, Stark, so I mean...
Rasputin?
Well, okay, it explains how they get there. They get there
Except for
by
the cabbage
flying
guy.
bison.
The cabbage guy is consistent... the cabbage vendor is consistent enough to be considered a protagonist at this point. Or an antagonist, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if this
They're
is all just
solidly
an
a supporting
elaborate trap
character.
to kill us.
I feel like that's something that they only ever plan to do once, but then they just like this so much they're like, alright, we gotta make this a thing now, right? I mean, it's so good.
No, I don't think so, because he shows an awful lot in just season 1. I think he was intended to be a
That's
recurring
fair.
character from the beginning.
I just meant more like they probably had him as like the first time they put it, they're like, oh, it's kind of funny. Guy gets his like cabbages knocked over or whatever, and then like they laughed, and then they probably like did the slides or storyboards or whatever, and then got to that part, and they're like, this is actually really funny. We should do this more, and just started putting it in wherever they could.
I think it was more like the other way around, where they're like, we need a thing right here, we need a vendor right here. You know, what do people like? You like food. Oh, remember that cabbage guy? We're still in the Earth Kingdom, right? We can keep using him. Poor cabbage man.
He was too good for this world.
He was indeed too good for this world.
I should probably
I
be using
love-
the reflection tether more in, or staff more in competitive, to be honest. Like shut down blade barrages and garbage. Just don't get my armor though.
Doesn't shut down blade barrage very well, because people tend to whip the blade barrage and things that blow up around you will still do damage to you with their shield up.
I mean, yeah, but like all those solo blade barrage idiots, or even Nova bombs. That'd be nice.
I'm sorry, no one, you're not gonna stop a solo blade barrage with that unless you see him coming from a mile away. And if you see him coming from a mile away, you'll kill him.
Can
before they get to
live,
you.
kind of.
Weaponized music,
Nah.
crazy quotations, all signs point
I
to
can win with
Rasputin.
the armor on dodge. If I dodge in the middle of their blade barrage, I go down to like sliver health.
Ah, that music, it hurts. Just give me a second.
Oh, he just
It says-
Rasputin's over here like, look at this big
Never
vault
ask for
of things that I have here.
Never for
that you
anything,
can't have.
Especially from those who are stronger than you. They'll make the offer themselves and give everything themselves. I don't understand. Wait, something's happening. Hey, sorry, I spaced out
Rip
for a
the
second
ghost.
there. What
Like
are
when
we
it wipes
doing?
his memory. Rip the Gerst.
Yeah. I also like the weird tone break that you get occasionally in, or I guess disillusion that you get occasionally in the Avatar: The Last Airbender, where they just don't acknowledge that every animal in the world is more than one animal until
Except
you
for
run into
that
the
one
normal...
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. That's the disillusion. And they're like, and the Emperor's bear. And they're like, bear? Like, platybear? No, it just says bear. And they're like, huh.
Yeah.
Alright, what are we doing next? Are there any more adventures here, Toa?
I don't think
Boy,
so,
bear.
but give me a second to check.
I know exactly what I'm going to do next. Perish.
Well, what are you gonna do? I mean,
Perish, I told you. See, but I get cool phoenix wings when I rise.
whoops, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alrighty. Oh, hey.
Look at my wings. Fame.
That's stupid.
I
That didn't
blow
kill you.
myself up. Yeah.
Wow. I'm actually pretty shocked. That didn't
Damn
kill
it.
you either.
Why won't you let me die?
Guardian down. Guardian down.
Just
There
like-
are
okay.
no more of them here. The thing is, the reason I chose the ones here is because they were the ones with the highest light requirement, which I figured probably meant they were the ones that get the best stuff out of.
I gotta imagine the Guardian Down messages are probably a little annoying.
I have the game volume really low, so I only notice it
Now-
when no one's talking.
Here's the thing.
Guardian down.
Streamers are just
We
gonna hear
can
Guardian
go-
Down. Guardian Down. Guardian Down.
That'd be fine. We could turn the volume off or just stop watching.
Guardian down.
So okay.
That's an excellent
here's-
way to
here's the
grow your
decisions here.
audience.
Yeah. Hey, stop watching. Go do something else.
Get out of
Something
here.
more fruitful.
Leave.
Alright, so we could either continue with your adventures, right? Like go to different planets, clear out those adventures, etc., etc. Or we could just switch to Siege and do terrorist hunt.
I say we do
I like
that.
the sage idea. Sage.
Sage? You want the Sage idea? Well, I'm gonna have to make some phone calls because I don't think I have a Sage on retainer. But we'll try for it.
Idea. I have brain aneurysm.
Nice.
I want some chocolate milk. Y'all want some
Nice.
chocolate milk? I'm gonna get some chocolate milk.
I mean, whether or
gonna
not we
drive up
want
here and
some,
give me
I
chocolate
doubt
milk?
really
Yes.
has any bearing.
Listen, Void, you know the rule. If I am making food and you want food and you are prepared to travel a large distance to claim food, there will be food when you get here. It is the rule.
Here's the thing. You have a car, so now you can drive over here and just bring me food as like a delivery service.
No. See, I'm the one making the food. You only get the food by being here. But this has been a long-standing rule with me. If I'm making food and you want the food and you're prepared to travel the distance to receive the food, there will be food.
Look,
You just
put it
gotta-
on the leader. Okay, so we're switching over to Siege then?
Yes.
I thought so.
Alright. No, that's fine. Just making sure.
I'm not gonna say it's a much better game, but I don't really want to play Destiny right now, so...
I'll say it's a much better game.
You're gonna say Siege is better
I'm
than
not gonna
Destiny?
say that at all.
Excuse
I'm sorry,
me!
no.
Do not give you
Alright, I'm gonna